Rangers supporters may finally have clarity over one of the biggest transfer sagas of the summer, because a major update has now revealed exactly when Nicolas Raskin's future is expected to be decided. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. The Belgian midfielder is currently representing his country at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, where he's continuing to enhance his reputation on the biggest stage in football. Raskin played his part in Belgium's dramatic 3-2 comeback victory over Senegal in the round of 32, replacing Kevin De Bruyne and making an immediate impact as the Red Devils book their place in the last 16. But while his focus remains on international duty, developments away from the tournament suggest his Rangers career is now entering its final chapter. According to highly respected Sky Sports Italy journalist Luca Bendoni, Raskin is expected to leave Ibrox once Belgium's World Cup campaign comes to an end. That revelation provides the clearest indication yet that Rangers are preparing to cash in on one of their most valuable assets this summer. The race for his signature is already heating up. Spanish side Real Betis are understood to be actively working on a deal to bring the Belgian midfielder to La Liga, while at least two Serie A clubs are also closely monitoring his situation. With interest growing across multiple leagues, Rangers could soon find themselves in a strong negotiating position as clubs battle for one of the Scottish Premiership's standout midfielders. The timing of this update is particularly significant given the work already taking place behind the scenes at Ibrox. Derek McInnes has wasted little time strengthening his midfield, with Dan Neil already arriving, a £3.8 million offer submitted for Partizan Belgrade captain Vanja Dragojevic, and Lewis Ferguson remaining the club's dream marquee target. Those moves suggest Rangers have been planning for Raskin's departure for some time. Rather than waiting until a sale is completed, the recruitment team appeared determined to ensure replacements are already lined up, allowing McInnes to reshape his squad without being left short in such a crucial area of the pitch. After 3.5 impressive years in Glasgow, Raskin has developed into one of Rangers' most consistent performers, and his World Cup displays are only strengthening his value. With 2 years still remaining on his contract, the club are under no pressure to sell cheaply, and will be looking to generate the maximum possible fee. Sky Italia's latest report only reinforces the growing expectation that the midfielder's future now lies outside Scotland. The only question that remains is which club wins the race for his signature once Belgium's World Cup journey comes to an end. If that move materializes, Rangers won't just lose one of their biggest stars, they'll unlock significant funds that could shape the remainder of Derek McInnes' summer rebuild, making Raskin's departure one of the defining moments of the transfer window. Whatever happens over the coming weeks, it now feels increasingly likely that Nicolas Raskin is entering the final stages of his Rangers career, with Sky Sports reporting that his exit is expected to gather pace after the World Cup. All eyes will be on which club makes the decisive move, and, perhaps more importantly, how much Rangers can command for one of their most valuable assets. If the Ibrox hierarchy can secure a major transfer fee, it could provide Derek McInnes with the financial boost needed to complete an ambitious rebuild ahead of the new season. But until Belgium's World Cup campaign comes to an end, Rangers fans will have to wait and see whether Raskin's next appearance in blue has already been his last.
In other news,
Rangers' summer rebuild may have already gathered serious momentum, but it appears Derek McInnes isn't finished strengthening his squad just yet. Fresh reports suggest the Ibrox side have now made a surprise move for one of European football's most highly rated young midfielders, and remarkably, it could prove to be a bargain deal. He secured former Sunderland captain Dan Neil earlier this week. Many expected Rangers to turn their attention elsewhere. Instead, the club are reportedly looking to add even more quality in the centre of the park, with Partizan Belgrade captain Vanja Dragojevic now emerging as a genuine transfer target. According to reliable sources surrounding the club, Dragojevic is firmly on Rangers' radar as McInnes continues to reshape his midfield ahead of the new campaign. The interest comes despite Neil becoming the club's fifth signing of the summer, highlighting just how determined Rangers are to build strength in depth before the season begins. The move may come as a surprise, but it also makes plenty of sense. Uncertainty continues to surround the futures of Nicolas Raskin and Mohamed Diomande, with both attracting transfer interest, and Rangers appear keen to ensure they are prepared for every scenario. Alongside Tochi Chugwani, Connor Barron and Lyle Cameron, Dragojevic could become another important piece of McInnes' evolving midfield. What makes this potential deal even more intriguing is the profile of the player himself. At just 20 years old, Dragojevic has already been entrusted with the captain's armband at Partizan Belgrade, a remarkable achievement for someone so young. Widely regarded as one of Serbia's brightest emerging talents, the defensive midfielder recently signed a contract running until 2030. Underlining just how highly Partizan value him. Despite that lengthy contract, Rangers are believed to see an opportunity to strike, with reports suggesting they could secure one of Europe's rising midfield prospects without spending an astronomical fee. If they can pull it off, this could represent one of the smartest value for money signings of the summer. McInnes himself has acknowledged that Rangers' transfer business is far from complete, admitting negotiations for quality players are rarely straightforward. He explained that many discussions were already underway before his arrival, but stressed that completing deals is never easy when multiple clubs are competing for the same targets. The Rangers boss praised the recruitment team for the work completed so far, while making it clear that further additions remain a priority before the transfer window closes. With Dan Neil already through the door and Vanja Dragojevic now firmly entering the picture, Rangers' midfield rebuild looks far from over. The big question now is whether the Light Blues can convince one of Serbia's most exciting young captains that Ibrox is the next step in his rapidly rising career.